most of the skills we need to become useful and significant, we can't get them in the four walls of our institution, in the four walls of most, and put that way, in the four walls of most of our institution. Believe me, that is the honest truth, except we won't shy away from it. And when the issue of strike comes, since you know you can't get those skills within the four walls of that institution, then you find, where can I get this? I think it's high time I start learning the skill, I start adding the skill for me to expand within my comfort zone. Yes, you start putting into practice those knowledge you've accumulated maybe for the past 2 years and all that, then you go get that skill. So strike or no strike will not be a challenge to you at that point. Leave that zone. It's not a place to stay. It's not a place to remain. It's never a place of abode. Stop being comfortable in your comfort zone. Leave your comfort zone.
Here comes the motivational speakers again. They make it sound as if it's so easy for an individual to leave his or her comfort zone. So, one cannot stay comfortable in this life again.
Yes, our comfort zone. This is what I've come to address in this video. I think it's high time we stop judging people, we stop condemning people who find it difficult to leave their comfort zone. Yes, you heard me. It's high time we stop condemning and judging people who find it difficult to leave their comfort zone, and even those that never for once have any plan to leave their comfort zone. It's high time we stop condemning them. Have people leave that place where they find ease, where they derive pleasure, where they find satisfaction, where they feel secured and safe without any form of judgment, and you expect them to take a dive into an unknown zone and start all over again. This is a very difficult thing to do, believe me. It's a very difficult thing for a lot of people to do, and that is the reason why we need to stop judging them. Yes, and the fact that this is a very difficult thing to do doesn't justify the people that have made a decision to remain or stay in their comfort zone. Whether you like it or not, our comfort zone is not a place to stay. Our comfort zone is not a place to remain. You need to expand, learn to expand within your comfort zone. Yes, it's a good place to start from if you ask me, but not a good place to stay. Just take a look at this. This is a rubber band, right? Yes, it is a rubber band. Yes, in its natural, normal state, without any form of expansion. Yes, and take a look at this as well. It's still the same rubber band, but in its stretched state, expanded state, which has made it different from the normal. Yes. Now, why do you want to remain like this? Have you ever seen a rubber band being used this same state without any form of expansion, and you expect to make use of it like this? No, I've not seen it. You can't. For you to make use of this rubber band, you need to pull it, you need to stretch it, you need to make it expanded. So why do you want to remain like that rubber band in its natural state, in its normal state, without any form of expansion? Why do you choose to remain in your comfort zone? Yes, if you know that a rubber band cannot be useful, cannot be used at all in its normal, natural, relaxed state, so why do you choose to remain in that comfort zone, in your normal, natural and relaxed state, without any form of expansion? Why? I think it's a high time we need to undergo some expansion. Learn to expand within your comfort zone, because your comfort zone is a good place to start from, but not a good place to stay, because nothing at all grows in that comfort zone. That is the truth, and that's more reason why you need to expand within it. And when I mean comfort zone in this context, I mean your place of natural ability, your natural talent, what comes easy for you, a place where you find ease, a place where you find comfort, where you feel safe without any form of judgment, but where you stretch yourself, where you pull yourself to a particular zone where you become impactful, significant, is that optimum zone. So when you can expand to that optimum zone, so why do you decide to remain in your comfort zone, natural state, normal state, and you expect to be significant? No, it can never be done. Yes, as good as gold is, its value and worth can never be known if it is not refined. So you are that gold. So why do you fail to refine yourself Yes. Why have you failed? To just remain natural, to just remain comfortable, at ease, and you feel like, oh, this is the way I'm made. I can't stress myself. I'm just like this. Accept me the way I am. No, I don't get it. Accept you. Don't you want to be significant? Don't you want to be valuable? Don't you want to be, to be useful? And you're telling us that this is the way I am. I can't stretch myself. I can't stress myself. Nobody is telling you to go to a danger zone. All we need you to do is move, expand to an optimum zone where you become useful. Take note. Nobody is telling you to go to a danger zone. Yes. And that danger zone for me is a zone where a place where you struggle when others are finding pleasure doing what they do, where others are enjoying what they do. And that point, I call it a danger zone, a zone whereby the rubber bands break. Yes, of course, you know that there's always three states for this rubber band. Number one, the normal states where it's not useful, and for me I call that the comfort zone, like I said earlier on. And this one, the stretch states where it becomes useful, I call the zone optimum zone, where it becomes significant. And the other zone where this rubber band breaks, and of course, it do happen. Yes, it's the danger zone. Nobody is telling you to go to that zone where it's dangerous for you, where you are not achieving anything, you're just struggling. Of course, there are some people like that, and of course, if you're in that zone, please take a shift back to your optimum zone where you become useful. Yes, and that is what I'm just here to talk about. Yes, some people, in an attempt to leave their comfort zone, they'll take a walk into another zone totally different from theirs, and that zone is dangerous for them. Nobody is telling you to go there. All we need you to do is just start from your comfort zone and learn to expand within it. You want to ask, how do I expand within my comfort zone? You can expand by adding up the useful, needed, required knowledge and skill that will complement that natural talent and potential, the ability you have. Yes, when you add the skill, just like the Bible say, add to your knowledge, virtue and all that. So it's just an additional process. It's just an additional process, expanding by adding. So when you expand, you add up the knowledge that is needed. You add up the skill that is needed. Yes, that's the simple way to expand within your comfort zone. And you'll see that when you start adding up this knowledge and skill, you get to a point I call the optimal zone, like I said, where you become useful and you become impactful and significant, and you can then start providing service. Yes, at that point you provide service to your world, because service and significance equals success. So why do you choose to remain in your natural state where you are not significant, where you're not useful? You see, what I've tried to do in this video is to address the difficulty a lot of students have in choosing a course to study. Yes, like I said, this channel is for students, admission seekers, secondary school and undergraduate. So it's just to address the difficulty a lot of people have in choosing a course to study. I needed to, address the underlying challenge of people finding it difficult, of students finding it difficult to really choose a course of study. So this is just the simplest way to choose a course to study in school. Find what interests you. What is that thing you find easy to do? What is that thing you find comfortable with? What is that thing that gives you satisfaction, that you enjoy doing, where you feel safe, where you feel secured? Find that thing and start from that place. That is your comfort zone, a place of your natural ability, your natural talent, your natural potential. Find that thing and learn to expand in it by acquiring the needed knowledge and the needed skill in the right place. When you figure that out, it becomes easy for you to know the right place where you can find the right knowledge that will back up that natural potential that you have. So it's at that point you start learning, okay, let me go to this institution, they are good in this, they are good in that. It's at that point you learn to the decision, okay, let me go here, I'll be able to get the right knowledge that will drive home my potential. Yes, that's it. That's just the simplest way to figure out what course to study, in case you're confused on how to do this. And guess what? Let me quickly share this tip. Do you know the issue of strike we have in our schools, and a lot of students are afraid when they gain admission, hope there will not be strike in my first year, second year, even in my final year. This issue of strike, you will not be afraid of strike at all. Honestly, that is the truth. If you learn how to start from your comfort zone and expand within it, even when strike comes, you know that it's high time for you to go get the needed skill to drive home your potential. Yes, whenever there's strike, because the truth is most of the skills we need to become useful and significant, we can't get them in the four walls of our institution, in the four walls of most, let me put it that way, in the four walls of most of our institution. Believe me, that is the honest truth, except we want to shy away from it. And when the issue of strike comes, since you know you can't get those skills within the four walls of that institution, then you find, where can I get this? I think it's high time I start learning the skill. I start adding the skill for me to expand within my comfort zone. Yes, you start putting into practice those knowledge you've accumulated maybe for the past 2 years and all that. Then you go get that skill. So strike or no strike will not be a challenge to you at that point. When you're able to figure out what your comfort zone is and you will learn to expand within it, it becomes an easy thing for you to do as an undergraduate. Does that resonate well? So that's what I've come to share with you in this video. So please learn to expand within your comfort zone. Stop being comfortable staying or remaining in your comfort zone. Learn to expand by adding up the needed knowledge and skill that will take you to an optimum zone where you become useful, significant, and valuable. Find this resonating, please do well to subscribe, like it, like this video, share it as well. Still on EduTalk, where we share educational tips and how to sustain success, achieve success, and sustain success. Become better by doing better than undergraduates on campus. So thank you very much. See you in my next video. Thank you.